I promise I'm going to do a full video about how to find a mentor, but I wanted to address your question about boundaries because the timing is perfect. I really want to be somebody that's seen as your no topic is off limits bestie when it comes to my content. I want to talk about all of the stuff that you feel like you can't even talk to your own best friend about. I want to talk about finances. I want to talk about career. I want to talk about how motherhood is like so much harder than they claim it to be, and how marriage is so difficult, and like how we're just trying to survive. And I want to give like real tips about life and like not sugarcoat things. But I have a corporate job, and a part of my corporate job is I own relationships. I have to be able to sit in front of vendors and negotiate on the behalf of my company. I have to have company and business leaders trust me with their businesses and their contracts. And so not only do I have boundaries at work, but I have boundaries here online. But let me break it down. So, to be frank with you, I haven't reached this level of social media following until probably a year ago. And I've been with my current company for like 16 months. So when I started with the company and once I felt a lot of trust with my leaders, I did share with them that, hey, like I have a pretty decent social media following. I first talked to my boss about it, and her spouse works in a creative field. And so she didn't think anything twice about having this side hustle because her husband is very similar. And she's been so supportive of this. In fact, I've had a couple things go viral, and it just really emotionally got to me and took a mental toll on me that I wasn't really thinking could be possible. And I talked to her about it, and she gave me amazing advice, and she really has become one of my very trusted allies, I would say. But because of the nature of what I do, which is negotiating and building relationships, and because I have employees and peers to think about, I will not disclose the exact amount of money that I make at my job. And also, same goes for my husband. The company that he works at is the company that I used to work at. So a lot of our friends still work there and are a part of our lives here and consume my social media. And I just would never want to put anybody in a position where they feel like they're not being properly taken care of at their company. There's a lot that goes into compensation, and it's not just as simple as, oh, Amanda makes X, so I should make X. That's why when I address my income, I address it as a combined income. You don't know exactly how much my husband makes, and you don't know exactly how much I make. And I will add that before I was willing to disclose our income, I first talked to my husband about it. One of the people that work in HR at his company is still a good friend of mine, so I talked to them about it. And I talked to my leader about it as well. And we all created boundaries about what was okay for me to share and what was not okay for me to share. I also will not say specifically the companies that we work for, but I will share the industries that we're in. So really, boundaries go two different ways. What I share here is approved and accepted by my company, but at my company, I don't disclose a lot about what I'm doing here besides my direct boss. Because just like my age, not sharing my age, I don't want people to take me less seriously because I am a content creator. I really hope that makes sense, but in my mind it does.